Why is Facebook failing? We're gonna break down the 7 biggest reasons in this video right now. If you can think of any other reason, leave them in the comments. But these are the biggest ones we found. Facebook has been around for almost 19 years at this point, and they have had their ups and downs throughout that time. But there's no denying that over the past 3 or so years, Facebook has really started to fall off the map when it comes to popularity and culture. No longer is it the cool thing to use. And with companies like TikTok and Snapchat and Instagram, well, most of which Mark Zuckerberg actually owns, by the way, he's done something to those platforms that has made people not want to use Facebook. People don't get as much out of it. The algorithm sucks. The ads suck. It just doesn't make sense anymore. If you look up Facebook on Wikipedia, they even talk about how Metaverse has gotten so bad that they had to split the company up into 2 different things because investors were so mad. That's how bad it was. So let's go ahead and dive into it. The first thing we found is too many ads. You log onto Facebook, it's ads everywhere. You click on a post, it's an ad masquerading as a post. And even some of the posts you see are sponsored. They're not even real posts from your friends. But here's the thing, Facebook has always had ads. Always. Since day one, they've sold ads. In fact, the entire company, Meta, is just built off of selling ads. So why did it take so long for everyone to realize that? Well, back in the day, Facebook didn't really have other platforms competing for your attention like they do now. It was a lot easier to get away with having ads on Facebook. But now with all these other platforms, there's less of a need to put up with ads on Facebook. So that's kind of the main thing people have brought up, is just how annoying all of the ads are. Like who wants to be bombarded by ads all the time? No. 2 is fake news. Okay, but also bots. There are tons of fake accounts on Facebook. A lot of them are just spammers trying to sell you some sketchy stuff. And then there's also political bots trying to push propaganda left and right. But on top of that, there's also been tons of fake news articles posted on Facebook ever since they opened up the platform to anyone and everyone. Back in the good old days, someone had to run a post by an editor before it went live, and it was actually real journalism. Now though, anyone can upload anything they want, whether it's true or not, and it gets pushed out to millions of people across the globe. And this has obviously been a problem because tons of fake news has spread through Facebook, which is a major turnoff for a lot of people. Alright, number 3, the algorithm is terrible. Okay, now we're getting into the stuff that Zuck can actually control, and the algorithm is definitely something that needs to be fixed if they want more people to use Facebook. But the thing is, I don't know if they can fix it. Like, the algorithm seems to be getting worse and worse every single year. Like, if you don't pay to play, your stuff isn't gonna get seen. This is so obvious. I mean, you can ask any small business owner and they'll tell you how much money they have to spend on ads every month just to get in front of their customers. This is the biggest thing holding Facebook back because it's making the platform feel very artificial. None of it feels genuine anymore. Even talking to your friends on Facebook doesn't feel genuine because you're gonna get recommended posts based on your interactions. So it's almost like Facebook is trying to force you to engage with certain posts. It's a weird feeling. And it's not the only social media platform doing this, but it's definitely one of the worst. Okay, the next one is groups. Now, I know a lot of people love groups, but a lot of people hate groups. Groups are very hit or miss. Some of them are great, like buying, selling, trading in your local area. But then there's other groups that are just crazy liberal or conservative, and it's just arguments and fights all the time. There's people posting things that shouldn't even be allowed on Facebook in general. And you can't even leave the group because there's always some notification saying someone responded to you and you just can't escape. And that's not even mentioning the groups that are basically just scams. These people will make a group about winning money or free iPhones or whatever, and then they'll say you have to pay $50 to enter, and then you never hear from them again. There are tons of Facebook groups like this, and it sucks. Another reason is that it's just boring. Let's face it, what else can you do on Facebook other than look at pictures of your friends and family? Oh, and also watch videos, but YouTube already does that better. You can't share funny memes on Facebook anymore because you'll get copyright struck. You can't post interesting articles because of fake news and bots. You can't engage in meaningful conversations because of the algorithm. Everything on Facebook is either behind a paywall or it's not worth your time. When you look at some of the other social media platforms, TikTok is just pure entertainment. Twitter is pure news and discussion. Instagram is pretty much just picture sharing. But Facebook, it's like, what is the point anymore? And speaking of TikTok, that's another reason. TikTok is killing Facebook. People would rather spend their time on TikTok than Facebook. Like, if you have 5 minutes to spare, would you rather open up Facebook or TikTok? Come on, be real. This goes along with the last point. There's nothing to do on Facebook. If you're trying to have a conversation with someone and they're not responding, you can't even message them on TikTok. You can call them, text them, DM them on Instagram. All of these things you can't do on Facebook. And it's just a dying platform. Now, the final nail in the coffin is that it's not cool anymore. Back in the day, Facebook was the cool thing. Everyone wanted to get on it. It was the place to be. But now everyone's moved on. It's the new kids on the block. And I mean, it makes sense. Remember how I said that Facebook is a reflection of society? Well, this is a prime example of that. Facebook was popular in the early 2010s, same time EDM was blowing up. Once EDM died down and hip-hop got more popular, so did other social media platforms like Snapchat and TikTok. What I'm saying is the vibe and the culture of Facebook is just not what it used to be. So what can Facebook do to turn things around? Honestly, probably nothing. Like, they're not going to change the algorithm because that's how they make money. They're not going to stop selling ads because that's how they make money. They're not going to stop showing you groups because that's how people use Facebook. They're not going to let people message you on TikTok instead of Facebook because that's not going to drive engagement on Facebook. It's a lost cause, guys. Facebook has officially become the new MySpace. Now, I know that statement is a bit dramatic. Facebook is still used by a ton of people. They still have billions of users every month. But the amount of people logging on is going down every single quarter, and it's not looking good. And this is unfortunate because Facebook is one of the greatest American success stories ever. This is a company that came out of a Harvard dorm room and became the most dominant social media platform in the world. Unfortunately, it's looking like that chapter is coming to an end. But let me know what you think. Are you still on Facebook? How often do you use it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Also, drop a like if you think Facebook is doomed. And of course, consider joining our community to suggest future video ideas and consider subscribing to see more questions logically answered. But until then, I'll see you guys on the next one.